Disclaimer. Warning. This video is a video about Ijan, BJYX. This video is only made for BJYX or ZSWW fans. If you don't like it, please don't watch it. If you are not Ijan Scheiper, please don't watch it. If you're still watching it, I assume that you believe it. And if you are a new turtle, welcome to our family. All I'm going to tell you is CPN. 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 Accept it calmly and make good comments. It is strictly forbidden to comment harshly and vilify other artists. All sources in this video have been uploaded by other fans on their social media. I just collected and edited it to make it easier to understand. I put the account that I usually use as a source in the description column. Remember, all I'm telling you is CPN. Think wisely and with common sense in accepting it. Hi, Chaser here. Today I will share a short video. I will include small info beside the video or in between the video. Keep in mind that I translated this video with Google Translate. So there may be some words that are not in accordance with the original meaning in Chinese. Okay, let's enjoy the CPN.
怎样一眼看出两人在私下里发生了秘密关系？有博主观察分析了如何分辨两人有了秘密关系。对比我们博君一笑又权重啊，调情不像以前那么频繁了。会刻意不在同一时间离开某个地方。那次的微博之夜，哥哥先行离开，并悄悄地用杯子碰了波波的脚。在社交媒体上彼此不关注对方，但都发了同一个地方的照片，还差不多是同一个角度。这条我们博校可就太多了，不仅同一地点，还有专属的拍照手势呢。他们开始模仿对方的说话习惯。听说川渝地区就很喜欢说叠词，但是当一个河南人也突然开始说叠词，那极大可能就是跟某些人在一起时间长了潜移默化的影响。还有战哥之前说的还是5毛钱。后来就悄悄地变成了5毛钱。反正他有一个不认识的好朋友就是这样说的，躲来躲去的绕道走，生怕被看出端倪。湾区生明月的晚会真的太明显了，直到波波上车离开之后，战哥才大步流星的出现，如此精准的无缝衔接，没商量好谁信啊？在公共场合不经意间又恰到好处的身体接触。这个背对背摩擦我都不想说啥了，还有这个捂嘴也是好暧昧哦，会不知不觉偷偷盯着另一个人看。他俩的眼神可是大部分人入坑的原因啊。战哥看着小朋友这个超级宠溺的笑容，波波看战哥的样子，眼睛都不带眨一下的。
This video is some of reason that I believe Yixian was real. Some of their behaviors that can't even be explained logically, that they are just friends or even not related at all. What about you guys? You can write in comment. That was video for today. See you in the next video. Thank you for watching.